Welcome back to my channel for a special edition of the weekly transit report. The new transit starts this upcoming Sunday. So even though today's Thursday, we're doing a transit report so that you'll have all the details that you need to get ready for next week. So if you want to see what's happening right now through Saturday, then go and watch the transit report I released on Monday to get you set up with what's happening right now. But otherwise, stay tuned for the upcoming transit that starts on Sunday. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So in the new transit, we still have the sensing circuit lit up, and then we also have the knowing circuit lit up. So the sun is lighting up the gate 47, which is the mate of the 64. So interestingly enough, in the transit that is currently happening, we have the 64 is lit up, and now we have its mate, the 47, is being lit up in the next transit. Interesting, right? So we've got a lot of emphasis happening right over here in the right brain. So the 64, which is lit up right now, right, is that very beginning, is divine transference. And then the 47 is mindset in quantum human design. And so it's that very beginning of that right brain energy. So it's creative, it's expansive, it's experiential, it's embodied, it's spiritual energy, and it helps us really to connect to the all that is. It's the part of us that knows how to tune into the vast expanse beyond our physical form that we can access through that right-brained energy. So while the sun is lighting up, it's really asking us to take a look at what are we thinking about, right? What is our mindset? What is our attitude? What is our default way of experiencing life, right? Because it's mindset. And so it's a really good time for you to be looking at, are you in an optimistic state of mind? Are you thinking in a positive way with positive expectation that things are going to be coming towards you that you are desiring and that you're wanting? Or are you in a more pessimistic or depressed view where you feel like things are really hard, negative things are coming your way, you don't know how to deal with the challenges of your life? And, the truth is that most of us go back and forth between these because right now the world's a pretty challenging place. I mean, it really is. I think that we have to be focusing on how do we have a positive attitude? How do we have optimism? How do we uplift our mindset so that we can empower ourselves, so that we can have agency in our life, so that we can be doing things that we feel are making a positive contribution to the world, so that we can be feeling on purpose, right? And I think a lot of times right now we're not feeling so great about being on purpose because the purposes maybe that our parents grew up with or our grandparents grew up with are ones that we may not feel so aligned with anymore. And we might be like, we need to make some changes in what we consider normal in our world today. And that has a lot to do with us upgrading our mindset. So rather than focusing on the losses, right, when we think about we need to move to more electric vehicles and we need to get off of using so much gas and oil, right? We really need to stop doing that, right? You know that, I'm sure. And so we can go into a state of loss and going, oh no, I'm going to lose my ability to, fill up my SUV and go anywhere I want all the time with as much gas as I want, right? But rather than focusing on though there's a loss there, it's like, what is the opportunity that we're moving towards? What is the positive thing we can imagine? And the truth is that there's lots of different options that we can tap into really with almost any challenge that you're looking at. There are people who are creating solutions to just about every challenge that we have. It's not that we don't have solutions in our world. It's that we don't have the mindset and the willpower that we need to bring those solutions into the mainstream and into our normal lives, right? That's what we need. So we need a mindset that is saying, oh, you know what? There are solutions that exist. to the challenges in my individual life, my family's life, my community's life, and our global life. There are solutions. What are they? Let's explore them. Let's put our resources towards things that are actually going to regenerate our world, right? Not just be a sustainable level of dysfunction, but actually something that's going to heal our world, that's going to heal our bodies, it's going to heal our relationships, and it's going to enable us to help our planet to thrive again, right? And so we want to have a mindset that is focused in that direction, right? And allowing in the creative solutions, the out-of-the-box possibilities, things that we can experience and feel and that we can embody and then make real in our lives. And so the sun is really inviting us to say, hey, you know, what is the normal way that you're thinking? Like if you were just to kind of take a look at your thought process throughout a day, what would you see to be your mindset? And is it one that's empowering you? Is it inspiring you? Is it uplifting you? Is it opening up possibilities? Or is it one where you feel kind of closed in? You feel like you don't have options. You feel, you know, depressed or despair about what is happening in your individual life or in our lives collectively. And we always have a choice about how we respond to any situation. The truth is we're not in control of a lot, like most things, actually, right? We're not. Control is an illusion. I mean, if the pandemic taught us anything, it's that control is an illusion, right? Control is an illusion. But what we can do is that we can be in command of our response to whatever's going on. And a key part of that is our mindset. And what I love about the 47 is it's receiving divine transference from that 64, right? So in the transit that's happening right now, we're receiving these downloads of divine transference, divine inspiration, divine guidance is coming in. And then we can use that to really recalibrate our mindset and how we're thinking about things, so that it is giving us the inner stability that we need to be resilient, to be resourceful, to find solutions, to be willing to explore things and have them not work and be like, okay, that didn't work. Like what's next, right? Because the truth is lots of things don't work, right? When you're experimenting, you're trying new things, lots of things don't work. Doesn't mean it's a mistake. It just means that you experimented and that particular path isn't working. I mean, let's just remember Thomas Edison, so they say, I don't know, I haven't, fact checked this, but so they say had 5,000 failures before he actually came up with the light bulb. 5,000. Can you imagine keeping going? What kind of mindset would you need to have to be able to keep going through 5,000 experiments that didn't work? So let's take a page out of the book of Thomas Edison and say, okay, we're going to be persistent. We're going to be focused. We're going to say there are solutions to the challenges in our lives, and we're going to keep at it until we discover what they are and we implement them and we make them real in our lives. The sun in the 47 is resting on the earth in the 22. So the 22 is on the emotional solar plexus, and it is in the knowing circuit. And so it's intuitive energy. Everything in the knowing circuit is intuitive. It's individual circuitry, so it's here to be different. It's here to bring change, and it doesn't fit in. And it is where the evolutionary impulse of humanity is. So on the one hand, we've got that 47, which is in the sensing circuit, which is collective energy. Okay, it's on the ajna. And then we have the earth in individual circuitry. So there could be a little bit of creative tension that happens here because we've got the collective and the individual, right? But they're also very supportive and simpatico of each other, because the 22 is basically saying, yes, I am open to what the downloads that can come to me through that knowing circuit are, and I can work with that energy It's called openness in traditional human design, right? So I'm open to what wants to come in. And it's known as surrender. So I am surrendering to the inner guidance that is coming to me. It's also known as grace in the I Ching. It's a beautiful energy of just being, I am in the flow. I am allowing the spirit to guide me. I am open to what wants to come in, and I am surrendered to the flow of life and the kind of divine timing that is happening. And I am focusing on being able to trust that what I need is going to come to me when I need it, right? That I'm going to have what I need when I need it. That I don't always have to know everything ahead of time. And in fact, the realization that I can't know everything ahead of time, and that I will know when I need it. And so it's really a beautiful energy of just saying, I am surrendered to spirit. Spirit is here to guide me. It's an emotional energy, so it needs time, because any of the gates on the emotional solar plexus need time. So there's patience here, okay? There's patience. There's an ability to be with something without having to figure it out or analyze it or know exactly where it's all going to lead, because it's not a linear process, right? It's about being able to trust and be in the flow. This is a great support for that 47, because the thing about the 47 is it can get tripped up by, it receives this divine transference, right, through the 64, and then it's got this mindset, and where it can get tripped up is it's like, well, that's an awesome idea. Wow, I never thought about it that way. I never had that perspective before, but I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. And so you want to watch out if you undermine new possibilities that come to you because you don't know how they're going to manifest. And see, the 22 will say to the 44, it'll say, just trust, surrender, live in a state where you believe and you trust that you will have what you need when you need to have it. So if you don't know how right now, that's okay. You can just get really involved in whatever that download is, create a mindset of positive expectation, right? And optimism around it. And I can commit to knowing that this is going to come into form in some way if it's right to do that, and that I will have what I need when I need to have it. And I don't need to have it ahead of time. I don't. And I know that this is like super countercultural, because we have been taught to plan, to strategize, to project into the future, to be able to say, you know, when I retire, I'm going to have this much money based on this, that, and the other, right? Like, we've been so taught to future trip. That's future tripping. And I'm not saying you shouldn't save money. Not saying that. But there is a distinct difference between really projecting and saying, I need to have this in my future. I need to set it there, and I need to be confident in it in order for me to feel safe in my current life. There's a difference between that and being like, sure, it's great for me to save money. It's great for me to be able to, you know, care for myself. And I will know what I need to know when I need to know it. And I will have what I need when I need to have it. This is very different, because the difference has to do with our relationship to spirit. Right? Has to do with the understanding that as an individual expression of this divine source energy, that we are always tapped in. In this case, we're tapped in through that right-brained energy, and also from that knowing circuit, okay? That we will have what we need when we need to have it. And let's just remember that Saturn, this is the great teacher, is still lighting up the gate 55. And that is the lesson of the gate 55 too, but more around money, which is that I'll have what I need when I need to have it. So we've got both that Earth and Saturn are lighting up the emotional solar plexus, and are really just kind of saying to us, relax. Try to generate a positive energy, a positive emotional tone, an uplifted frequency around your current state and what is going to be unfolding in your life. and allow that to infuse your mindset, right, with this positive expectation. Because I'll tell you, when you do that, synchronicities start to happen, unexpected things come your way. If you're living with your strategy and your authority, which I hope you all are doing, you would be amazed at the miracles that can start happening. Because when you go into that state of surrender, when you start living in that state of grace, you make space for the mystery. You make space for spirit. You make space for the universe. You make space for God to come in and help you in your life. And if instead you're closing down and you're in a state of negativity, you're basically, all the good that wants to come to you is just going to bounce right off, right? It's just going to bounce off because it can't get in through your mindset, because your mindset is like, right? So you want your mindset to be open, possibility. Look it happen, right? So anytime you start to feel like you're getting a little clenched, just ground yourself in a state of grace that will allow you to trust more. And I'll tell you, it's such a relief when you do that. So today, September 7th at 12 noon Pacific time, I am doing Ask Me Anything. First Thursday, free event. This is just, you get to come and see what it's like to be coached by me. You get to come and ask your funny human design questions. I'll do my best to answer them. I can't always answer them, but I'll do my best. Or if you want to talk about deconditioning, you want some support around deconditioning, happy to support you with that. So the link to register for that is going to be in the description. It'll be here at the end of the video. And also, if you're already part of the Becoming Sovereign Quantum Retreat Center and Global Community, then it's in the upcoming events. So you can just go and look for it there and access it in that way. And I would love to answer your questions and to meet you and just connect. All right, many blessings, much love. Bye for now.